Alright, good morning. Today I'm going to show you how I smoke up some St. Louis style spare ribs. Now, the St. Louis style, what they end up doing is they cut that extra flap of meat off, which I have, and I'm going to smoke it as well. But it makes a nice, good, presentable, straight cut. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm no professional by no means, but it always turns out pretty good. I will end up wrapping one of them and trying something different today, just to see how we like it. But let's get started. We're going to take and just go ahead, salt it, pepper it. Now I'm going to rub this in. A lot of it's going to come off anyway. When I rub that in, a lot of it's going to go. I want to pepper it real good, same thing. You want to turn it over. Everything you do on the top, you want to do on the bottom. Now I'm at work today. We own a local seafood market, and that gives me a little time to play around and do some of the stuff I like to do, cooking, smoking, and things that we just enjoy. Now I've got some regular, just barbecue style seasoning, nothing special. And you want to take and coat it really good. Now I will end up injecting these ribs. We've already put a chicken in. I pretty much done it the same way. I trimmed it up the way I wanted it, salted it, peppered it, put some barbecue seasoning on. I stuck it on already. I'll show it to you in just a minute. I'm going to put these on. Anytime you can, that chicken, I'd rather soak it in salt water overnight. It really brings out the flavor. I didn't do that this time. It's not necessary, but it helps. This is pretty much how you want it. I mean, just go heavy with the seasoning. It's not going to hurt anything. I like to pat it in. Some people will use mustard to hold it on. It's fine. As long as you kind of lightly pat it in, it's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to cut out for just a minute. I'm going to do up these end pieces, and we'll be back at the grill in just a minute. All right, so we're going to put them on the smoker. It's just a Kenmore pellet smoker. Got it on sale, cooked a few things on it so far. It seems to work out pretty good. I'm gonna just lay this stuff out, kind of get it the way I want it. Try to get these spare ribs laid across pretty even, and then I'll just put the pieces where I can get them. See that with the chicken back there that we done. I lost my footage on it, but anyhow, I trimmed it up, seasoned it up. The same seasoning works out real good. I'll even be using the same injection on it that I'm going to do here. Alright, that right there should be pretty good. Now the way I've got this thing set, I'm going to end up smoking this stuff at kind of a low heat, a lot of smoke for couple hours. It's on the smoke setting now. I'm probably gonna kick it up to 180. Then when I come back out and check them, that's when I'll put my probes in. I've got a probe I'll put in the thickest part of my ribs, and I'll put one in the chicken. That way we get everything up to temperature just right. And in about 3 to 4 hours, depending on how they look, I'll see what pieces I'm gonna wrap up. And then I'll show you what I do when we wrap that up, how we're going to do that, and see how that works out. But we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, now we're going to mix up my stuff that I like to wipe on the ribs and the chicken. Anything that I'm trying to barbecue or smoke, I'll take and wipe this on there. It's kind of an old southern tradition. It's zesty Italian, which is kind of oily. I'll put a little bit of vegetable oil and vinegar. I'm gonna start out, I'll add some zesty Italian. Just go ahead and put the rest of that. I don't really have a specific recipe. We'll add a little vinegar. Pretty generous amount because I need enough to mix up for my injection. It's going to be a similar deal. I'm going to go ahead and put a little of that. I've already got mixed up in there. Because my injection, I'm not going to add the vegetable oil. I want to add some butter. So we'll end up putting a little parquet in there. I'll heat it up, let it get warm. And I'm going to have my barbecue seasoning in here with my injection, and it'll all mix up really well. And that's what we're going to inject to the chicken and some of the thicker part of the ribs and in between the bones. But I'm going to go ahead and add just a little vegetable oil. It don't take much. That'll probably be just about enough to wipe on, and that'll just help the meat to keep from drying out while it's smoking. It works really well, really well. Like I say, we're going to heat this up right here, shake it up, stir it all together, and then I'll inject it here in just a little while. And you can actually add some salt and pepper too. I'm going to give it just a dash of pepper, a little bit of salt, not much salt. Like I say, I'm going to end up having to heat that up and make sure that butter is melted really good, but it'll come out, be nice, thick, creamy, and when I inject it, it's really going to help make this stuff really tender. Well, in between smoking that meat, I was going to show you a little bit about what we do here. We've had a customer bring in a bunch of beautiful redfish. My helper here has already got them all scaled up. This guy wants them all filleted, so I was going to show you how we clean and fillet a fish. Go ahead, lock that head off, try not to waste any back meat. You want to knock your fish out. Cut it right down the belly. Scrape out what you can. And go ahead and get it with the brush. Get all that scraped out. Now I'll go back and trim that up in just a minute. Now, I'm left-handed, so most people it's going to look backwards to you. Just start in here. Just work our way down that backbone, and we end up with a beautiful fillet. Brush it out real good, ready to fry. I think this is the side that everybody has trouble with. It is simple. Just try that backbone. Try to cut into it. Beautiful. Clean this piece up. There's still a little meat on it. We'll lock it in half and they can fry it up and pick around the bone. Well, I thought this was pretty interesting. As I was cutting into this one, getting ready to go, I nicked the stomach because it was so full. And lo and behold, this one here has been munching on some shrimp. So that's one reason why I love what I do. I get to dress fish every day. sounds great. It's boring, but I get an inside look on a lot of the stuff, a lot of the places around here that we get the fish. I kind of get an inside look on what they've been eating. If you know what they're eating, it gives you a good idea how to catch them. Well, that's one thing you always want to pay attention to. But I just thought that was neat and figured I would show you all that. Hopefully we'll be back on the barbecue in just a minute. It's been close to an hour and it's about time to check it. And go ahead and wipe on some of our sauce. And just give it a little look-see and see how far along we are. Alright, our meat's been on out here for about an hour now. The grill was sitting at about 206. I've got it set at 180. Probably fit to go ahead and kick the heat up after this time, but I'm gonna go ahead and mop my oil and vinegar and dressing on these ribs, and I want to go ahead and then I'm going to inject my dressing, butter, salt, pepper, and barbecue mixture into everything as well. So this right here will start to settle, separate. Take your brush, just kind of stir it up, and you just want to take it and just mop it across there. Just dab it on. I like to splotch it, that way you know you don't remove that seasoning. Now we'll end up doing this quite a few more times. Mixture here. Well, if I don't spill it all, shake it up. Anyway, I didn't have a good seal on my injector, but we got it all straightened out, got it full. I'm just sticking that in there. You just need to get right up under the surface, right up under that skin. You may be able to see it flexing. And that's really going to make it juicy. Alright, let's see if it'll actually suck it up this time like it's supposed to. Oh yeah, there we go. It drew it in there like it's supposed to. Same thing here, we're just going to go in. And we're going to kind of get in between them bones. This should really help the flavor and the tenderness on these ribs. Now I really should be taking my time, but I'm kind of in a hurry. We got a lot of things going on. I got to get this done, and we got some other things we got to do. But I think you get the idea. But anyhow, we're going to run. We're going to let this sit here. I'm going to kick this heat up just a little bit. We'll probably check it again in another hour. I'll mop some more stuff on top of it. I may inject the chicken one more time with just a little bit of stuff. I think the ribs are going to be okay because they're so fatty. They're going to stay moist, and then I'm going to end up wrapping them, or wrapping some of them. Well, I'm going to wrap all of them. Some of them I'm going to do butter with brown sugar and honey, and some of them I'm just going to do with butter. and try to let them tender up. So we'll be back in a little while. All right, we got our ribs out of the smoker. They've been in there a little over 3 hours. Now I'm gonna get ready to dress them up in the tin foil so we can kind of tenderize them. I've never tried the competition style, which is the brown sugar, butter, and honey. So I'm gonna do some of the, about half the meat in that, and then the other half I'm just gonna wrap in butter for tenderness. So we're gonna take, and I've got one slab here, and probably trying to see what will fit the best with this without causing any trouble. Maybe this piece here. We'll do that with the brown sugar and all. So I'm gonna set all this to the side. You want your meat side to sit really heavier on the brown sugar. And you pretty much just lay it out. Sugar, you're going to put a little on the meat. Same thing with the butter. Just going to squeeze it out through there. Like I say, you want that meat side down. Just a little more brown sugar on the bottom. A little more honey. Now we're getting busy in here. But I'm pretty much going to do the same thing on the others, but it'll just be butter. I'm not going to put any honey or brown sugar. I'm going to see what the difference is and see what we like, and I'll let you know. But I'll show you. I will be back in a minute. Alright, we're going to throw this stuff back on the smoker. Now I've turned the heat up to 275 because I'm not really looking for so much smoke right now as to just some heat to finish getting it done and in this tin foil to get a little more tender. If you'll look in there, our chicken is just about done. I checked the temperature. The internal temp's about 138. We're shooting for 165, so it's getting pretty close. It'll be done pretty shortly. And these right here, I hadn't done an internal temp on them yet, but they'll probably stay wrapped up like this. I'll check them after an hour. Some folks do them a little longer. I kind of just play it by ear. I'll see where they're at. Then afterward, we'll unwrap them, throw them back on here for just a few more minutes, and they should be done. So we'll be back. Well, in between our smoking and working and everything else, I had a nice, pretty shiny box come in. Tackle Warehouse. I don't even remember what I ordered. We've been focusing on Clark's Hill Lake, and I don't know what the pattern is going to be, but I picked up a few things that we've been catching fish on, and I actually forgot my spook the other day. I'm going to have a video where we actually done pretty good, all things considered, and I bought some stuff, and I forgot to take a couple of things, but we still had a good day. But I went on ahead and I ordered me another spook, a different color than what I picked up local. I love these style rattle traps in the lakes. They work just so well. Really, really good. I've always been a big fan of the Bill Lewis lures, but as far as lake fishing, any rattle trap, this is the one that is always my go-to. Now, we've been catching bass that are busting, and that's what we caught quite a few on the other day. So I've got a prop bait for shallow water and some busting bass. I actually got two different style prop baits. that I can throw at them. And then of course the spook just to fish. And then I've got a shallow running stick bait. So hopefully in a few days we'll get back to Clarksville, put some of this to work, and see if we can catch a few more fish. All right, my ribs are pretty well done. I'm fitting to take them out of the wrap. I've cut my heat way back down, back to smoke. I'm gonna let them sit on the grill a few minutes, but they're done. The internal temperature is probably about 175, and they're looking really good. They're getting really tender. You can see as it's just trying to tear off there. I'm gonna just take these out and just kind of let them sit a few more minutes. But they're done. I want them at a really low heat. Just tear this tin foil off. You can see right there how the racks just slid up the bone, and you can tell that's when they're starting to get done, and they've been cooked just right. Brown sugar ones ended up being just a little bit darker than the ones that I just done in butter, and they may be a little more tender, so that may be the way I'm going to go from now on. But they're really turning out really good. I'm not going to leave them out here much longer. Like I say, this thing's going to cool down. I've got it on a smoke setting, and I'm basically just going to let them smoke just a few minutes. Now, a lot of times people that like to glaze their barbecue with a sauce, I like a dry rub and then put the sauce on as you're eating it, whatever you like. Some people like a vinegar. The one that you would glaze on here most likely would be a sweeter barbecue sauce, but I like kind of a dry rub, and we'll do the sauce thing later. But they're really turning out really, really good. But we'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm gonna give it probably about maybe 15-20 more minutes out here at a lower temp, and then we're going to wrap them up, and these things are going to be good for supper. Well, after about 20 minutes after we unwrapped them, I just let them sit in smoke. I turned my grill back down. I've got it off now, and it's cooling down, but they're done. They hit a little bit higher internal temperature than what it had to, but I really like my pork to be good and done, and I most definitely didn't overcook them. But you can see they're going to be tender. They're going to be really tender. They're going to be real good. I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope somebody will like what we're doing. Please subscribe. We'll have some hunting and fishing, more fishing coming up, videos, all kind of good stuff. Give me a big thumbs up. Any comments, any questions, any suggestions. I appreciate it. We're out.